Bonsoir, bonsoir. Comment ça va la patate, la forme? Salut peu cher, salut Luc. Incroyable. Et on va débuter cette session de Twin Mirror, bien entendu. Twin Mirror qui nous a été offert par Monsieur Code. Monsieur Code qu'on remercie. Merci beaucoup Code. Je m'y attendais pas trop à vrai dire, mais c'est vraiment cool. Alors, ta. Ouais, ouais, merci Code. Ouais, voilà. Alors le speech, ça a pas l'air très gai, hein. C'est un mec qui enquête, un journaliste, mais a priori il aurait perdu sa femme et tout. Excusez-moi, j'ouvre mon coca en même temps, hein, bien sûr. Donc vous savez le rituel habituel. Donc à mon avis ça va pas être très gai. Par contre je vous invite à réfléchir avec moi parce qu'on va avoir des enquêtes et tout. Donc on verra bien comment se déroule le jeu. Allons-y. Alors le son. Moi ça va pour le moment, mais la régie va me dire de toute façon. Au niveau des sous-titres, on a une taille normale qui, je pense, devrait suffire. Bon, après, c'est trop fort, on me dit. Ah, c'est une belle musique. Et là, on m'entend. Est-ce qu'on m'entend? Pourtant, je suis dans le jaune. Le son du jeu est dans le vert, mais bon. Allez, je vais faire une nouvelle partie. On va régler en mode YOLO. Let's go.
The skies are finally clearing up after a light rain fell most of the afternoon. The weather's approaching 49 degrees, so we've got a brisk West Virginia evening ahead of us. Wrap up tight and settle in, folks. This is 104.3 WVCK, the Basswood Sound. I'm your host, Carrie Hammond. Coming up after a short break, mental health expert Dr. Reflet will discuss the recent opioid epidemic that's been affecting
Change my clothes and wash my hands. Does the well go down Faîtes-le? Let me breathe and I'll let you go. I knelt down in desperation. I felt around for something real. There's a radio station playing wrong in my ear. You keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive. You keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive.
Time to kill before the funeral. Might as well spend it here.
Yeah. Alors attendez 2 secondes. Ça, je vire. Je nettoie un peu mon bordel. Voilà. Alors je voulais faire un truc, c'est augmenter la taille des sous-titres. Parce que si vous êtes sur mobile, je pense que ça va vous picoter un peu. Je pense que là, ça va être mieux. Je vais virer ça. Alors faut savoir que le jeu n'est pas optimisé série X en tout cas. Enfin, pas à ma connaissance. Il est juste opti One X. Donc voilà. Après, peut-être je me trompe, mais c'est pas marqué
This
en
place
tout cas.
was always one for decisions. Somewhere for things to fall apart.
Ah, par contre là, t'as une sensibilité de fou dans
Welcome
dans le,
back to Basswood, Sam.
dans le joystick. C'est un truc de fou. Mais c'est agréable, hein. Je sais pas ce que vous en pensez.
I came up here every chance I could. One of the all-time great views. Really makes a small town look big.
Ah, c'est bien un barbecue. J'ai été là, mais c'est un barbecue, putain. Ah oui, ok, donc là il y a le cimetière. Est-ce que je peux... J'ai pas l'air de pouvoir... Ah si, ok, mais faut être pile dessus. C'est... Voilà.
I'm not sure Nick would even want me at his funeral, given how I left things.
Ok.
I remember spending entire summers on the banks fishing with Nick.
My hometown. It felt more imposing in my nightmares. Strange to think of Basswood without its mine.
Toujours des histoires de mine. Bon alors je disais, il est vachement fort. Le stick droit, vous avez intérêt à le bouger lentement
You'd
parce
think
que...
the massive cliff face would be a giveaway.
Parce que c'est haute sensibilité, quoi. On a un téléphone
I get the feeling it
d'urgence.
still sees some use, given how bad the coverage is up here.
Ok. Malheureusement, pas d'antenne 5G dans cette forêt. C'est triste. Un chemin à randonnée.
These trails were great to walk if you wanted to feel truly alone.
Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on trouve dans ces bois? Plein d'animaux, mais pas de loulous, hein.
Hunting is another tradition I could never get behind. Just don't see the appeal.
Bah, l'intérêt, c'est de se nourrir normalement, mais il y en a qui chassent pour le plaisir. Et on appelle ça des petits connards. Ah, c'est vrai. Ok.
Some of these species are endangered. She wrote an article about it.
Bon, bah, c'est parfait.
A lot of people were upset when it closed, but not upset enough to fix it. I left a sandwich in it for a whole week once. Dad never let me forget it.
Putain, vous savez ça, je pensais pas que ça existait encore des trucs comme ça. Des casiers à nourriture. Après, je sais pas
I
trop
used to
l'année
love
du
looking
jeu.
at Basswood from up here. Helped give me perspective. Until that day.
Ok. Alors, on peut se faire plaisir. Mais je regarde s'il n'y a pas des trucs cachés parce que vous savez, dans les jeux Dontnod, on aime bien vous cacher des trucs. Oh là là.
Why can't the real world be as clear and peaceful as my own mind? Even if it does mean nothing stays hidden in here. Not even me.
Ah oui, donc... eh ben, c'est vachement sympa cet esprit. Ah, y'a quoi? Les angles de tir optimaux. Regardez, X égale VX, facile. Putain. C'est incroyable. Fois 7, Y égale H plus VY fois T. Voilà. Easy. Ah ouais, la chasse, c'est horrible, mais bon. Malheureusement, hein, on peut pas trop y faire grand chose, je pense. Ouah, vas-y, je vais me souvenir.
I've been meaning to ask you something. Don't freak out. Would you be my little girl's godfather? I wouldn't trust anyone else with this.
And yet I stopped taking his calls. He even called once the day before he died. I'll never know what he wanted to talk to me about.
Ah. Oh. Ah, ça fait trop bizarre, les souvenirs comme ça.
This is Anna. She works freelance. Does a lot of the human interest pieces.
What can I say? I'm interested in humans and their pieces. What do you like to write?
I gotta run to a review with Walt. You two feel free to chit-chat. And Sam, be nice.
I had never met someone so interested in others, even in me.
Moi, disons, pour en revenir à la chasse, hein, tant que c'est pour bouffer, ça me dérange pas, mais dès que ça devient autre chose, je trouve ça lamentable.
The story is important. You know I think that. It's just... People around here have short tempers and long memories. Be careful. Sam, are you even listening to me?
I heard you, Anna. But no, I wasn't listening.
Oh, bah bravo! Si on n'écoute personne, hein. Mais du coup, j'ai une longue vue dans mon esprit aussi? Oh, c'est fou.
Come on, Anna, look at this.
What is it? Someone skinny dipping?
Anna, you really need to see this.
I can't even see. Something's blocking it. Sam, what are you doing?
I'm trying to be romantic.
What? Wait. Please don't tell me you're proposing.
I'm down on one knee, a ring. What else would I be doing? You look like I just ran over your grandma. Okay, the silence is really starting to scare me now. Anna, please say something.
Sam, put that away. Come on. I don't want a ring. I don't need a ring. You should know that. We've discussed it before.
We weren't happy. She was the one brave enough to face that. Lost in my head again. How much time did I miss?
Alors, appuyez sur TAC pour lire la nouvelle entrée. Ah oui, donc on a une autre enquête. Par exemple, là, on nous dit de retourner à la voiture parce qu'on a assez perdu de temps. On a les personnages qui se sont mis ici. Ok, donc on a Sam. On a Nick. Nick, ils étaient potes, donc c'était son seul ami. Voilà. Très bien. Et on a Anna. Anna la femme. Voilà, après il y a des mementos, je sais pas trop c'est quoi, mais je pense que on va vite le découvrir. Ok, mais c'est parti, on retourne à la bagnole.
I missed the funeral. Maybe it's for the best. On the bright side, Nick's not alive for me to let him down again.
Ah, j'avais pas vu la moumousse. La moumousse! Nettoyons la
There seems
moumousse.
to be something here.
Oh, ça vibre.
Lovers scarring a tree to write down their initials. Always seemed twisted to me.
Ok. Donc a priori c'est dans le journal ou je sais pas quoi. Donc là. Yes. Ok. Donc ça va être ça les
Lovers
mementos.
scarring a tree to write down their initials.
Excusez-moi. Et ce que je comprends pas, c'est pourquoi ça reste comme ça. Ah ok. C'est elle qui a eu l'idée de graver les initiales. Très bien. Voilà. Maintenant ça devrait plus.
Always seemed twisted to me.
Ok, donc il y avait ça à découvrir. Ah bah j'ai failli passer devant, hein. Pourtant j'ai fait le tour de cette arme, mais je me suis pas dit qu'il y avait un truc décrit. On n'a pas l'air de pouvoir marcher plus vite en tout cas.
Sorry, Walter, but I don't think I'll stick around. Given up already? Just a quick, depressing jaunt down memory lane and then you're gone? I know you think that the only thing waiting for you down there is hurt. Lots of hurt. And you might be right. But it's been 2 years. It's time to face the world. Time to adult. The good news, though, at least you don't have to do it alone.
Alors, tu viens toujours. J'espère vraiment que tu pourras venir à la vallée. Ça sera au Haven. Ça ne gênera pas. Panique. Voilà. Il se fiche bien que je sois en retard.
Lost the signal. Some things never change.
Voilà. De toute façon, on s'en bat les couilles. J'aurais peut-être dû répondre l'autre, mais voilà. Salut Fada, comment tu vas? Tu viens poser ton cerveau avec nous? Parce que peu cher, il a fait semblant de poser son cerveau. Peu cher. Ça va, merci.
Muley, you actually came.
It's been a while. You've gotten taller.
Can we talk?
We're talking right now.
It's cold.
So,
You left.
Joan, that's not fair.
You left.
Eh ben, je suis désolé. Voilà.
Look, Joan, I messed up.
You said you wouldn't leave. You said... I don't remember exactly, but you pinky swore.
I didn't mean to lie. I just screwed up. After Anna broke up with me, I'm sorry. I wish words meant anything. I wish this didn't make it harder for you to trust me now.
You could have at least called something, especially after, you know, after my dad.
I don't know what to say to that. You're right. I wasn't in a state where I could reach out to anyone. I'm still not. If Nick hadn't died, I never would have come back.
Thanks for being honest. You're always at least honest. Listen, I wanted to talk to you about what happened to Dad. It doesn't make sense. He wouldn't have just crashed. He drove like a grandma, you know that. It's wrong. I don't buy it.
I'm just in town for the funeral, Joan. I'm not a PI or a cop.
You're the closest thing I can talk to. Will you just look into it, Muley? Please?
She wants her father's death to mean something. But where does that lead?
What if it leads to the truth? That could change everything.
An hour ago, you wanted to run away. Now you want to start another investigation?
A few questions won't hurt anyone. Just tonight. To reassure her. And myself.
This is a wake. If you poke around, people may end up poking back. Okay, whatever you do, at least leave the kid out of it. It would be cruel to lead her on.
Friends don't lie to each other.
Even if it means disappointing her again. It's your call.
Hein. Bah, vas-y, on va enquêter, hein. Allez.
Okay. I'll see what I can see and all that. Gumshoe it up.
You will?
You make some good points. It doesn't fit. I hate when things don't fit.
Yeah, me too. I might just be, I don't know, crazy or something, but...
You want to know for sure. I get it.
Thanks, Muley. I should go in before my mom misses me. You better get in there, too. Can't hide in your car all night.
Who says I'm hiding out here?
I do. See you inside.
Oh là là. Ça c'est sympa, t'as envie d'aller là. Salut, je me tire.
Might as well see it through.
J'enquête au loin. Ah, je déconne. Du coup, est-ce qu'il n'y aurait pas des items cachés? Je sais pas.
Might as well talk to Walter.
Ouais, ça j'ai remarqué. Déjà, il y a ça. Il y a la police.
Some of the police force stopped by, which means most of the police force stopped by.
Très bien. Toi aussi, si t'aimes cette voiture de police, n'hésite pas à mettre un petit like sur cette vidéo. Huh.
The old bar sign reminds me of when Nick and I were still kids.
Okay.
Ethan keeps a spare key around, but I should use the front.
Ouais, mais à mon avis, si c'est là, c'est pas là pour rien, non? Je sais pas. En tout cas, il y a un truc qui a été mis à jour. Ok, là. Voilà, je défile comme ça vous pouvez lire en faisant pause. Tac.
One of Nick's favorite matchups. Might be the first game he'll miss.
Super vélo.
That smile she had when I gave it to her. She could barely get on it back then.
Okay.
Yes, the cat food is under the sink. Yes, yes it is, Mother. Trust me. Oh, Samuel is here. I'll call you back. Samuel Higgs. 2 long years since we last saw each other. You're very late, you know. You completely missed the funeral.
I'm here for Nick's wake, at least.
You have to bring it in for a hug. It's a Basswood back in town requirement. So good to see you. Even if I wish the circumstances were different.
Allez.
In times like these, we need the comforting touch of others. At least I do.
J'allais pas lui foutre un vent quand même.
Also, have you spoken to Anna lately?
No, why?
No reason. If you get the chance, we should catch up. We should really catch up. I'll see you inside.
Oh là là. Et ici.
I haven't read an issue of this paper since I left. I wonder how they've been doing without me.
Oh là là, incroyable. Demain les obsèques, ok. Ok, la suite en page 3 qu'on ne pourra pas lire, je suppose. Non, ça n'a pas l'air. Hein.
Must have been a hard issue to write.
Ok. Ah bah c'est cool toutes ces mises à jour. Je vais regarder quand même parce que sinon ça va être chiant, on va en avoir plein. Ok, donc ça c'est les trucs importants je pense à chaque fois qu'il y a un point d'exclamation devant. Je vais aller par là, merci. Plus agréable, très bien. Ok. Alors on peut regarder.
I'm not ready for this.
Ouais mais c'est pas grave, on est toujours prêt. Non, tu veux pas? Merci.
Here we go.
À plus, Luc.
Mr. Samuel Higgs, big shot investigative reporter.
Didn't think you'd ever be back in here.
I'd gladly slash your tires, but that means you couldn't leave town. And you are leaving town right after this, right? As if you aren't. Well, Nick's memory only goes so...
Just really embracing those hick stereotypes, huh, Joel?
Gentlemen. We'll get you good old boys another round. Mighty kind of you, Declan. You're not worth it, Higgs. Making friends already, I see.
Declan, been a while.
Hey, careful. I'd rather not be working tonight. And you always seem to angry up everyone's blood.
Eh ben, je suis juste là pour Nick parce que c'est lui qui a commencé, ça fait un peu gamin, quoi.
I'm only here to pay my respects to Nick. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah. Shame that. You watch yourself.
I think it's time I go put up a photo at the memorial board. That's what people do, right?
Ouais.
Declan lacks subtlety, but he loves this town like no one else.
You always did know how to start a ruckus. Can't say I missed that.
Ouais.
You always did know how to start a ruckus.
C'est bizarre parce qu'on dirait qu'il me parle trop pas en fait.
Old-timers in general already don't like me, and the article just made it worse.
Hey Sam, why don't you drink to Nick on the other side of the
On voit qu'il m'aime bien.
That's where Nick and I sat every time he dragged me out for drinks after work.
Ok, donc.
Sammy! Oh, it's been ages.
Tara?
Oh, me? I've had this stomach thing lately, always churning. And this thing with Nick, his car went up like a Sunday ham. He burned alive, you know. Have you met Hugh? He took over the old pharmacy just after you left.
No.
The infamous Sam. I've read that article you wrote on mine. You must have put in a lot of legwork on that.
Qu'en avez-vous pensé?
Oh, you read it. What do you think?
Of the writing? Fine. Fine. Of the reporting? Something that needed to be done. Many medicines are a bitter brew, but you still need to take them.
That's nice of you to say.
Oh, don't hesitate to drop by the pharmacy sometime.
Oh, and Sam, you...
But for now, I have a feeling you're not here for us.
Oh, right. Don't be a stranger, Sam.
Ok, toujours plus de choses dans ce magnifique journal. Putain. Il y a des gens partout.
Bess always had a soft spot for Nick. I think she liked his work ethic. Pretty courageous of him to try his luck in Basswood, given the state of things.
Okay.
Can't believe this whole thing's still working.
Alors je sais pas si j'ai bien fait, mais bon, je voulais voir.
Daddy, 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 open your eyes and wake up. The kids and I've been busy, and we got a little something for you that's gonna make you smile all day. Daddy, 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 daddy. But when the lights are out, it's time for me to show you my love. And I've got a feeling you've been pleased. So daddy, 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 sit yourself down. Now you should know how much
Bon alors clairement pas une bonne idée pour le copyright, mais bon.
Nick and I spent so much money on this machine.
Comment il va le petit Mic-Mic? Comment ça, friendzoned? Pas trop, il a été éjecté. Ok. Cathy incroyable.
Should I have brought flowers? Do people expect me to?
Ah, c'est le principal alors. Je regarde un peu tout, hein, comme d'hab. On a notre temps. Un avertissement destiné aux clients bourrés. J'avoue que là... Ok. Ouais mais attends. Non, ça c'en est un autre. Je veux jouer aux fléchettes. Ok. Est-ce qu'on peut jouer aux fléchettes?
Some people can play this game drunk. Anna was best at 3 beers.
Anna. Anna incroyable. Anna qui nous a largué, mais avec 3 bières, c'est parfait.
Declan lacks subtlety, but he loves this town like no one else.
On est d'accord que mon objectif, c'est de rendre hommage à Nick. Ok, donc ça va, je peux parler à tout le monde.
So Sam, how's life been treating you?
Bah écoute, la vie assez bien, bien sûr. On se remet pas du deuil, mais...
Well enough, I guess.
deuil.
I got a roof over my head. Can't really complain.
Where'd you end up? You ran so fast after the mine closed, no one knew where you went.
Just some place out of state. Kind of a fresh start.
You staying in town long?
Not really. Why? You think I'm gonna disturb the peace or something?
Wouldn't be your first time. Have a nice evening, Sam.
Ouais, je vois mon petit Mick, je vois. C'est pas cool, mais bon. Malheureusement. Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? C'est une
It's
sculpture en bois.
supposedly the spirit of coal. Doesn't really belong here anymore.
C'est pas des figurines à récolter? Non. Non, parce que moi je les connais, Monsieur Dontnod. Il me la ferait pas.
I've never known Tara to not take over a conversation.
Allez, on va parler avec.
So tragic what happened to Nick. The details are horrible. They think he didn't die on impact. Instead, he roasted to death. Not enough to damage the bones, but, you know, not a pretty sight. Unless you're into that kind of thing, of course. I didn't mean to be rude, Sam.
Tu l'as été.
Well, you were, Tara. You can't talk about Nick like that.
What did I say? It was only the truth. Poor Sam. Now that Nick is gone, everyone in town hates you. I mean, I don't. Why would I? It's not my job you destroyed. You're not the cause of all my problems. I mean, that's what you did for pretty much all of Basswood, but not to me. So, I don't hate you.
Thanks for the confidence booster, Tara. I'll see you around.
Incroyable. Ouais, donc tout ce que tu peux faire, Mick, c'est être là pour ces gens-là, et c'est déjà beaucoup, tu sais.
He's owned this bar for almost a decade and still can't afford another employee.
Enfin, je pense. Et la porte de derrière, on s'en bat les couilles au final? A priori. Bon, Walter.
Walter can be overwhelming at times, but he means well.
Ah, bien intentionné. Parlons.
So, I had to throw them all out on their ear, and only then did I realize... Ah, Samuel, my favorite ex-muckracker. Join us, join us.
How was the funeral?
Wasn't there. Setting up for this. Everyone came, most of the town, it felt like. A sea of sad, wet eyes. I gave the eulogy. It felt hollow. So hollow. He worked for me for years. For years, my best reporter. What do you even say about it?
Ah bah, c'était quelqu'un de très méthodique.
Everything had to be just so. His desk, straight lines and clean.
Once, Anna turned everything on his desk around just to see what he'd do. He moved his chair to the other side of the desk.
It's the small things. Like he always kept his window down. Said cars made him claustrophobic. That's how he stays with us. The little details.
I remember the bar bets about that safe spot at Pac-Man. He got me one night.
Yeah, got me once too. Can't believe it's real.
Enough about Nicholas, enough. Tell me, how have you been, Sam? How have you really been?
Bah, soyons francs.
I spend all day doing nothing. I don't even count days, they just blur together. Nick's death barely hit me. It was like a pinprick compared to just everything.
Time heals most wounds. Some it just makes worse. Sounds like you need something to pull you out of your rut.
Well, I think I've taken enough of your gents' time.
Go, mingle, circulate, but you must join us for an actual round later. You must.
Allez.
Yeah, that could be nice. Maybe. We'll see.
Think about it, Samuel. A drink with friends is worth 1,000 among enemies.
Très bien. C'est noté. Merci pour cette phrase recherchée. On lui a parlé, hein, il me semble bien. Bon, il y a la petite. On va lui reparler.
You'd think a kid at a bar would stand out more.
Everyone here seemed to really like my dad.
Of course they did, Bug.
Everyone's nice in that creepy way. It's weird. Even Anna's weird.
Eh ben vas-y, c'était un type bien, même si je sais pas en vrai, mais...
People don't really know what to say, but they genuinely liked your dad. So even if they're weird and clumsy, it comes from a good place.
Now you sound all weird and clumsy.
Don't I always?
Do you ever just watch people?
It's pretty much all I do.
Me too. But I don't always like what I see.
Oui. Bah, c'est du propre, c'est magnifique. Bon, Cathy.
There was no love lost between Kathy and Nick since their divorce. But anyone can see she's taking his death hard.
Ah ouais. Parlons avec Cathy.
Kathy,
Sam, you actually came.
Ouais, mes condoléances.
I know you two haven't been together for a long time, but I'm still sorry.
We hadn't been close in years, but he was my daughter's father. I'll miss him. Joan was really hurt when you left town. Nick and I were never close after the breakup, and Joan's never had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Maybe don't break her heart this time when you leave town. All right?
On va pas lui dire, on va garder pour nous.
Hard to make promises. I don't do well with those in Joan.
I've noticed.
But I'll try.
Sam, I'm gonna hold you to that.
Parce que je vais pas balancer, ça se fait pas. Ok, bah... Hop.
Sorry we lost touch. Sorry I lost touch. Rest up, big guy.
Ouais. Alors, regardons le reste.
Happier times. We drove straight to the sea after work on a Friday. Hell of a weekend. Bug was so small back then.
Ça fait bizarre de surnommer quelqu'un bestiole. Je peux pas... Je me méfie parce que... C'est bizarre que je puisse pas regarder. Ah, voilà.
Those two were a great team. Look at us.
Et ouais, look at us. Je sais même plus ce que j'ai fait comme photo du coup. Allez, s'il te plaît. Donne. Donne celle-là. Putain, alors ça, je comprends pas. Hein.
This
C'est
photo
celle-là,
always
j'arrive.
looked weird. Nick could never keep a straight face.
Mais alors, ah
He
voilà.
was more her best friend than a dad.
Je pense qu'il doit y avoir un petit problème, c'est pas possible. Bon, on a tout eu.
Samuel, guess I lost the bet.
Bet?
Yeah, that bet you'd never come back to Basswood? Not after you went careening out of town like a bat out of hell the instant that article broke bad.
Well, Dennis, I won the bet I had with myself that you'd be an asshole right off the bat.
That was a safe bet.
What are you even doing here, Dennis? You and Nick become friends or something?
Nope. He thought I was a drunk, which I am. And I thought he was a hack, which he was.
This coming from the IT guy. Didn't know resetting passwords could give you a journalism degree.
It can. But it does give me less patience for people who sling mud my way. Relax. I'm just playing. At least tell me how you've been.
Really good. I'm thinking of going back to school. Go for another master's.
So you don't have a clue what to do with yourself. Anyway, cheers to Nick. A man that, unlike us, people actually liked. Speaking of which...
Content ID. Nouveau, obligé.
As time draws near, my dearest dear, when you and I must part, how little you know of the grief and woe in my poor aching heart. 'Tis but I suffer for your sake. Believe me, dear, that's true. I wish that you were staying here.
Voilà là. Alors, le randomage c'est fait. Donc va falloir parler à Anna. Ah, on a de plus en plus de monde, forcément. Pas de memento pour lui. Hop. Hop. Ah, j'essaye de faire au vite. Enfin, au plus vite. Parce que sinon après on saura pas ce qu'il y a de nouveau. Donc voilà. Alors oui, on nous a dit parler à Anna et assister à la veillée. Bah assister à la veillée, de toute façon on est en plein dedans, mais... Où est-elle? Ça y est, je l'ai perdu de vue. Elle est là dans le coin. Ah yes. La pauvre.
Anna?
Sam! I've missed you. Why'd it take so long for you to darken my doorstep?
C'est dur de revenir.
I won't lie, it really hurt coming back. I stopped by Lookout Point on the way here.
Sam, why'd you do that to yourself?
A desire to open old wounds? The old-timers gave me hell when I came in, too.
People around here have short tempers,
And long memories.
but most of them mean well. Sam, the mine was gonna close anyways. Maybe in a year or 2, 5, if the Lord has a sense of humor. It was gonna run dry or have an even bigger disaster. It wasn't your fault.
Eh ben, je sais, voilà.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. It doesn't make it easier, though.
It's gotta make it a little easier. When my father lost his legs, nobody knew the mine wasn't following regulations. You were the only one who started asking questions. Whenever people talk about you, he always says, you did the right thing.
Yeah, well, your dad's Joe. He's an oak. Unmoving and annoyingly supportive.
It wasn't just him. Nick thought your piece was great. He was actually jealous. He always wanted to write something that shook the pillars of heaven, as he used to put it. You know, Nick and I had moved in together. Started to get serious. But I think it's only now I realize how much I cared for him.
Allez, on va faire B.
You and Nick started going out? When did this happen?
A few months ago, he never told you? He asked me to let him be the one to say something. You two had been so close.
He probably tried. I hadn't been answering his calls.
Ah. That's the worst part, right? Anything broken just stays broken now. But this was all nice. The funeral, the wake. Walter did a good job. But it all just makes me feel heavy. It makes my heart hurt. Like Nick's memory has been laid on top of me and I'm still carrying him.
Je ferais bien le B avec elle, parce que je le tends très bien, mais je sais pas si c'est bon. Salut Power. Ouais, je le tends très bien, allez.
Nick's death. Do you know if he had any enemies? Working on anything dangerous?
Whew. Now this is a real can of worms.
This is a wake.
C'est vrai que j'ai un peu abusé.
Do you? This isn't the time to be digging and pushing. You always do this. You always... I get it. I just... You're still you, huh? You'll always still be you, Sam. I hope you never change, but I can't handle this right now. I'm gonna go home. I hate that his stuff is all over my house. Then drink and cry all night. You do what you need to do. See you around.
Samuel, come.
Attendez, j'ai un appel, je vais voir c'est quoi.
I need a drink or two. Or 3. And then I'll go.
C'était un spam. Ah, magnifique. C'était un centre de formation, enfin un truc fake pour vous se tirer de l'argent. Mais bon, ils sont un peu cons parce que enfin, y a des gens chez qui ça va pas passer du tout, quoi, mais ils tentent quand même. Alors on a shérif, ouais. C'est quoi mon objectif du coup? Noyer son chagrin avec Walter. Ah. Nice. Quelle bonne idée. Du coup, elle s'est barrée de chez Barré, quoi. Très bien. Eh ben, go.
It does look tempting.
De toute façon, on n'a pas le choix. C'est un objectif, quoi. On fait chier. Et si j'ai pas envie de boire, hein? Fais comment? Bon, on est niqué, je pense. Allez, go boire.
So, Nick wasn't drunk, and me? I was drunk as a skunk.
Ah, Samuel, join us. We were just sharing stories about dear Nicholas. And let me get your next round. Maybe Ethan has a suggestion for a worthy spirit?
Oh, spirits? Oh, no. Friends drink beer.
Yes, I suppose that's fitting. To dear Nicholas.
Yeah, he'd been coming in a lot lately. Sat right there, with a bad dad joke or two.
With friends, I guess? Maybe Anna.
Well, by himself with his laptop as his date.
He never drank alone.
You two were close, though, right? Tell me about the man outside the bar.
He had a terrible memory. Couldn't remember names, dates, passwords. Kept his notes squirreled around him like a hoard.
Putain. Je lui ai jamais reparlé, mais ouais, allez, vas-y.
I don't know. I hadn't spoken to him in almost 2 years. I cut this whole town out of my life, and now it's like I'm a stranger.
This place is in your blood. It's like an old glove. You have to give it time. The friend of man, the friend of truth. The friend of age, and guide of youth. Few hearts like his with virtue warmed, few hearts with knowledge so informed. If there's another world, he lives in bliss. If there is none, he made the best of this.
Burns. That from your eulogy?
You know Robert Burns? And no, just something I keep on hand for toasts.
Well, it's a good choice. And sorry about that, Sam. I wasn't trying to bring you down.
Everyone liked him. I think even Dennis liked him somewhat.
He always had a lot of friends. A few who couldn't make it sent flowers.
How's the family taking it?
Joan and Kathy seem shaken. Kathy has a lot to deal with, now more than ever. And who can prepare for losing a parent? Not a soul. Not a single soul.
Putain, le con, j'ai été mute. Je parlais dans le vent, du coup. Donc je disais, salut Yves-Marie, comment tu vas? La patate, la forme, tout ça, ça fait plaisir de te voir en tout cas. Mon petit peu cher Lidon. Ah, un petit peu cher, voilà. Voilà. Vous avez vu, on crie sur peu cher et le gâteau il lâche. Alors, il était toujours là. Il était toujours là. Bah oui.
It always seemed so easy for him. Every day he'd show up, smile, no matter what.
Of the qualities in a good man, that one deserves to be at the top.
Not a quality I possess.
This isn't a place for self-pity. This is a place for dour reflection.
Yes, and drinking.
Bon, on va porter un toast. Portons un toast.
To Nick, he was my friend. He will be missed, but not forgotten.
Hear, hear.
Put that down! Kathy, what's your underage child doing drinking? You have no control over her? Anything to lose his
I wasn't
license.
doing anything! Don't touch me!
Joan!
Leave me alone. You guys are all so stupid!
You do not talk to people that way. I'm sorry, everyone. She's just so...
That was quite heavy-handed. I hope the little one doesn't take it to heart.
Ah là là. C'est... Je vais texter Johan. Vas-y.
I'll send her a text. Make sure she's gonna be okay.
Même si... Ah ouais, tu m'étonnes. Alors que t'as pas bu en plus, on a vu, hein. C'était rempli jusqu'au bout, hein. Sois prudente, ou je suis là pour toi. Peut-être je suis là pour toi, ouais, mais si on se rebarre. Bon, allez, je suis là pour elle. Voilà.
What a night! I'd say that went well. Ish. You got to chat with everyone you've been avoiding. Even if Joan got inside your head with her whole dad mystery death thing. Just shut up. Coming back to Basswood was your idea. You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam. I can't make you do anything. Deep down, you've been looking for a reason to come back. It's gonna be one of those long nights inside your head, huh?
Fiche-moi la paix. Ah, je sais pas. Je suis tellement désolé. Après tout, c'est lui qui est revenu, hein. Je sais pas si... Parce qu'on est plusieurs dans ma teuté. Oui, je suis là pour tout le monde. Je suis un mec sympa. Même si on est plusieurs dans ma teuté. Bah... Ouais, mais je suis tellement désolé, ça fait le mec qui est soumis et tout. Vas-y, fous-moi la paix.
Stop pushing me. Stop always poking at me. You just won't quit. I'm trying to help. And helpful tip number 602. Beer doesn't solve any of this.
C'est vrai, ça va.
You're back out in the world. Feeling emotions, fitting in, that's progress. Fuck the world. Pointless talking and more talking, and no one says what they mean. Go away. Let me enjoy being miserable. Just try and make sure you don't do anything stupid. No promises.
J'ai quand même des barres avec moi-même.
No, stay out.
You have 10 minutes before we charge you for another day.
Okay. What kind of monsters have a checkout at 9? What happened last night? Oh, my head. Pills plus drinking. That was not my best idea. Did I black out or what? Ugh, I can't.
C'est le trou noir.
I need some water on my face. Clear it up.
C'est vrai que 9h le check-in, hein, c'est comme quand c'est à 8h, hein, ça pique.
Late for checkout. They can wait a bit more.
Le check-out. Mais
Didn't
voilà.
even get under
Parce que
the
le check-in,
covers.
c'est l'entrée.
Glad I even made it to the bed.
Après, est-ce qu'on s'en battrait pas un peu les couilles? On peut pas voir la vue. J'ai envie de dire, au pire, prendre les pilules. J'ai pas envie. J'aime pas.
God, what a headache. I feel like a small
jackhammer in my left temple.
Peut-être qu'on est obligé en vrai.
Just tossed on the floor. My mother would be proud.
Ah, mais j'ai pas envie parce que imaginez.
At least it won't take me long to get my things.
Imaginez que c'est de la merde. Bon, on s'est déjà torché la gueule, donc pas abusé. Alors je peux m'habiller. Pourquoi il y a du sang? Attends, attends, sans déconner. Sans déconner. Examine. J'ai vu qu'il y avait du sang.
I already feel more human. Now, where did I put my shirt?
Eh ben, disons que tu l'as mis là, mais voilà.
That's not good. That's... Where did I get this? What did I do?
Oh là là. Qu'est-ce qu'on a fait? Yves-Marie, qu'a-t-on fait? Parce que c'est Yves-Marie qui est dans ma tête, hein. Oula. C'est le côté dark. Côté dark de Meute. Mais Yves-Marie, t'es pas obligé de me poursuivre, hein. On n'avait pas vu ça ensemble comme ça, hein. Vite! Oh, il y avait plusieurs portes, mais j'ai pris celle-là.
Okay. Sam, be more careful. Breathe.
Passons à côté. Je prends celle-là, elle a une autre couleur. Ah non, faut passer entre. Putain.
Find a way to calm down.
Je viens de comprendre. À tous les coups, c'est ça. Ah, moi j'étais chaud là. Hop hop hop. Vite. Oh là là. Non. Bah non, j'étais à côté là.
Sam, focus. You have to find the right door. You need to steady yourself.
Il faut trouver la bonne porte, mais c'est la porte tout au bout du monde. Après, est-ce qu'on les emmerderait pas avec leur porte? Ah, j'ai envie de dire. Ah, elle avait une autre couleur celle-là, je crois. C'était peut-être celle-là. Ah non, recentre-toi. Je me recentre. Stay focus. Comment ça? Danger. Danger, les loups. Derrière toi. Je suis un meurtrier. La prison. Alors, on va pas en prison. On n'abandonne pas. Souffrance, mort. Non. Ah non. Focus. Focus comme dans le... Comment ça, focus comme dans le... Ou sinon, je me laisse rattraper. Parce que j'ai envie de dire fuck. Pourquoi ne pas se laisser rattraper? C'est quand même plus drôle. Vous remarquerez, je suis pas dedans en vrai. Hein.
Sam, focus.
Ouais.
Find the right door. You need to steady yourself.
Attendez. Il court tout seul en fait. Sans déconner. Ah, c'est bien ça. Je fais stick gauche et droit là. Putain. Je suis un génie.
Samuel, focus. Focus on anything other than the fear. You're doing good. Really good. You're almost there.
Alors si je suis presque. Alors là il y a moi. Là il y a moi. Et là il y a moi. Miroir.
Focus.
Beau miroir.
Choose. Act. Deliberately.
Dis-moi qui est la plus belle. C'est moi.
Far away. Don't think. Just go.
Ok, alors ça c'est la fuite.
Far as fast as I can. Hide. It's never happened. Going on.
Ouais.
If I run, I'll keep running. And you face what happened.
Si je m'enfuis, ça.
Answers.
C'est vrai que pourquoi pas des réponses. Ça c'est trop la fuite, j'ai pas envie de le prendre.
Hide.
Mais ça se cacher. Comment ça j'ai pas réussi? Alors, en même temps réussir à quoi? J'ai évité les miroirs et puis après, enfin ça m'a saoulé quoi. Enfin, tu pouvais faire un autre truc? Après c'est pas clair hein.
If I run, I'll keep running.
Bon, en tout cas c'était pas clair dans ma tête à moi. Ou c'était peut-être clair mais... Vas-y je vais prendre gauche. Allez.
Yes, answers. Good or bad.
Faut toujours des réponses. On veut des réponses.
I know what you're thinking. Stop thinking that. Pills and alcohol, you're lucky enough you didn't wake up dead.
I need to know what happened last night. The last place I remember is the bar, so I'll start there.
The squeaky nail gets hammered down. Maybe don't play lone wolf detective.
Mieux vaut que je sache.
There's too many questions about last night. All the obvious answers are bad, but worth knowing.
Not all answers are worth knowing.
I can't just run from whatever this is. So either help me or get out of my head.
It's your life, Sam. I just live here.
Finalement, on va payer notre nuit, hein. Je pense.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Do you really think breaking and entering is a good idea?
Used Ethan's hidden spare key, no breaking involved.
I don't know if he'll see it that way.
I could wait for the bar to open, or I could look for answers. I picked the latter.
Il y en a certaines à prendre. Bah ça j'avais cru comprendre ça au début, puis quand j'ai vu que ça changeait rien, bah je me suis pas fait chier en fait, je les ai évités, tu vois. Mais du coup j'ai pas compris le truc, donc si tu veux me l'expliquer, n'hésite pas quoi. C'était lesquels qu'il fallait prendre ou des trucs comme ça, tu vois, qu'est-ce que... Pourquoi en fait, tout simplement. Ok, on a la porte ici qu'on peut ouvrir. Je vais prendre cette bouteille insolite. Parce qu'elle est insolite. Et, et ça me paraît bien.
I remember seeing this before. A long time ago.
Ok. Petite photo de famille.
Ethan and his parents. And I'm guessing that's his sister. He always thought they'd run the bar together.
Ok. Bon, c'est cool.
I doubt Ethan's account somehow led to the blood on my shirt.
Moi aussi, mais bon. Il y avait Y de marqué dessus. Donc. Les disques. Mets tes mains dedans. Ça y est, plus rien. Ok, ouais, ça me paraît bien. Par contre, qu'est-ce qu'on a eu dans tout ça? Ah, c'est un truc de fou, n'empêche. Hein. Enfin, c'est le coup basique, ça, de tu te lèves et tu retrouves ta chemise ensanglantée, mais je suis curieux de savoir où ils vont nous mener, quoi. Ok. Enfin, le coup basique de toute œuvre dans ce style. Hein. Et ben, go la porte. Franchement, les portes, si t'as un exemple, n'hésite pas à me donner.
Whoa. What happened here last night? First, look around, figure out what happened.
Trouvons les indices. Alors, mesdames et messieurs, ici il y a des verres renversés.
I ended up drinking alone. So who brought that second glass?
Et ouais, qui? Une batte. Putain. Incroyable. Une serpillière. Attends, il est plus là? Oh! Ça s'est mal passé.
Did I do this? Sorry, Nick.
Ah, ça s'est tellement mal passé de fou. Il y a eu une baston générale. Est-ce qu'on a joué à Pac-Man? Moi j'y joue. Vas-y, faisons une partie. Let's go. Après Pac-Man BR. À nous! Hop hop hop! Putain, le génie, le génie! Ah, par contre, c'est pas très répondant. Hein. En vrai, je vous jure. C'est moins répondant. L'autre Pac-Man est mieux, hein. Je vous le dis. Oh là là! Oh là là! Oh! Mais non, j'ai fait vers... Oh là! Putain, putain! Putain, faut qu'on le gagne le Pac-Man, là. C'est pas possible, sinon. Est-ce que... Ah, on peut pas jouer avec les... Au secours! Casser les couilles là. Ouah, ouah le move. Ce move de l'enfer. Jamais ça passe ça normalement. Laissez-moi tranquille. Mais non. Mais trop pas. Putain, on va pas y arriver. Mais... faut arrêter les conneries à un moment. Yes! Alors? Putain, je mérite un succès là. Tu as vu, Mic Mic? Comment je lis bien? Ah bah oui, ça serait bien, ouais. Moi j'ai pas compris perso, hein. Je voyais pas pourquoi j'aurais dû prendre une telle porte ou telle porte. Non, non, non. Bah ouais, non, 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 non. Game over.
I finally beat Nick's high score.
C'est tout?
Wish he were here to take it back.
Attends, on l'a battu, on n'a rien eu? Mais putain. C'est une honte ça. Alors moi c'est pas le résultat, c'est quelle porte prendre et pourquoi.
These were sent scattering. Someone thrown into them?
Ah.
Ripped. Did this happen yesterday or was it always like that?
Oh bah à mon avis c'est peut-être plus ancien. C'est bon, si on a de nouveau ça, je pense que le coup des portes ils vont nous le refaire. Bah j'ai loupé quoi comme indice? Mais il y a une casquette là, mais on peut rien en faire. Hein. Ah, faut passer dans les trucs concentration. Ouais, c'est pas logique. Moi je croyais que le but c'était de les éviter quoi. Bon attends, par contre là ce qui me fait chier c'est que... il y a un indice que je trouve pas. Ah bah là, le sol, non? La bouteille. Peut-être les bouteilles là. Non. Et là il y a du sang là. Pourquoi il s'en bat les couilles?
They might have fallen off the table. Seems some people got rowdy last night.
Bah ouais, grave, mais... Et le sang là, pourquoi tu t'en fous? C'est trop bizarre. Oh. Eh ben... Vous avez vu un truc que j'ai loupé ou pas? Ce qui m'avait semblé... Enfin, tout voir en tout cas, tout analyser. Bah merde. Bah ouais, enfin... Je suis d'accord avec toi. C'est pour ça que j'ai pas pris les portes, quoi. Enfin... Sauf quand j'avais pas le choix et que le jeu me disait que je l'avais pris, mais... c'est trop bizarre. Ouais, il m'a dit stay focus, mais moi je veux bien, mais enfin, c'est pas... Ah, c'est pas trop le... Ah, l'horloge! Putain, je l'avais pas vu.
What knocked this clock off the pillar? It seems there was a fight. It could explain the blood on my shirt. Does it mean that I was involved? I won't be able to find out without more evidence.
Ah, ça, j'avoue, c'est compliqué. Attends, a priori, t'as autre chose, là? Mais quoi donc? Putain. Putain de merde. Où sont les preuves? Y a pas une caméra ou je sais pas, un truc... une connerie en l'air? Ah bah la casquette, ça y est, il veut bien maintenant. Très bien.
Joel's hat. Maybe we ended up having it out after all.
Ah mais c'est ouf parce que la casquette, j'essaye depuis le début là, enfin depuis tout à l'heure, et c'était impossible. Donc si le jeu me troll comme ça, c'est chiant. Alors qu'est-ce que... Il y a le sang. Peut-être qu'il va vouloir. Ah, il y a ça. Ok.
Definitely not the wake Nick would have wished for.
Alors, très bien.
Hugh's business card. Wonder why it's here.
Je sais pas, mais c'est louche.
What a mess. Hope this wasn't me.
J'espère aussi, parce que sinon, on va encore pas m'aimer pendant 800 ans, quoi. Et alors, ce sang, on s'en bat les couilles ou pas?
It might have fallen off the table. Seems some people got rowdy last night.
Parce que ça, on l'a déjà vu. Ah! Sans déconner, alors j'ai fait ce truc, j'ai fait ce truc. Peut-être là-bas, vu que tout est tombé, peut-être qu'on peut... Voilà, examiner, très bien. Il faut en prendre l'habitude, hein. Là, on a un indice.
DG. Dennis's initials. Was he involved in whatever happened? Wouldn't surprise me.
Huh.
I think I've seen enough to put together the pieces of what happened last night. Just gotta think it through.
Il suffit, ouais.
Flowers are ruined. Looks like they were knocked over, then stepped on. Could be the same blood that was on my shirt.
Après, y a rien qui
The pot was completely shattered. Looked like it might have been kicked.
Ok, ok. Alors, c'est parti pour le palais.
At least I can always count on this place to make sense. Now to work out what happened while I was blacked out last night. I just need to think it through logically, throw out impossibilities. Until only the truth is left. I know I got into a fight, but it could have played out in many different ways. I have to think it through, find out what really happened.
Surtout qu'il doit y avoir plusieurs possibilités. Donc, où est-ce que ça a commencé? Bah, en vrai, je pense que ça a commencé.
My memory ends here, but there's two glasses. Who was
Je
here
laisse,
with me?
je laisse les gens te répondre pour ta question parce que. Ok. Bon alors, qu'est-ce qu'on fait? Parce qu'on a forcément commencé à boire ici.
I was drinking on my own, and someone approached me. I can't remember who it was, but I know we got into a fight. Obviously. If I figure out how the fight went, I should figure out who my assailant was.
Alors là, il y a eu un truc. Alors, vers le pilier ou vers l'entrée? Après, le
Something
pilier,
hit the
c'est
pillar
pas
with enough force to make the clock fall. A
person thrown into the pillar would do it.
Parce que vers l'entrée, ça aurait fait quoi?
Broken glass, damaged seat. It's possible the fight made its way over here.
Ouais, moi je pense pas. Je pense que c'est plus vers
Something
le
hit the
pilier.
pillar with enough force to make the clock fall. A person thrown into the pillar would do it.
Et salut à toi, oui, en effet. Bah sur la scène, hein. Parce que le jukebox, il sert à rien. Ah si, il y a la casquette. Ah,
The jukebox is not in the same place. Maybe it was involved in the fight somehow. That could be it, but I still have to figure out who was sitting next to me.
Hein. Et du coup là-bas, non, parce que moi je veux bien la faire comme ça, mais ça, je me dis ça parce qu'il y avait la casquette qui était là, et je dirais du coup que c'est quelqu'un avec une casquette. Après le problème c'est que là tout a été niqué, donc du coup je sais pas si c'est la bonne solution. Je dirais Joël parce que la casquette, mais après... après le problème c'est que si on a fait ça et qu'on est sur la scène, c'est... si c'était sur la... si c'était le truc sur la scène, bah c'est le bracelet là. Et si en fait c'est des salauds parce que il y a un objet partout. Parce que là, ça... si ça finit là, c'est la carte de visite. Enfin, il y en a partout, ils sont allés partout. Et, donc il n'y a pas de bonne réponse. Enfin, les trois réponses sont bonnes.
Maybe it was involved in the fight somehow.
En vrai. T'en pensez quoi, vous? Parce que on a retrouvé des trucs partout, quoi. Hein. Après, est-ce que la casquette, elle était évidente à trouver? Ça, c'était un peu moins évident. Mais de toute façon, bah, t'es obligé pour lancer ça. Et là, il y avait du sang ici. Il y avait du sang ici, on est d'accord. Genre un truc là. Oh, je sais pas. Franchement, j'hésite. Hein. Parce que ça, pour moi, c'est n'importe lequel. Hein.
One hell of a mess. This could definitely be the result of two people fighting.
Donc pour moi, il y a plus de 2 personnes, c'est pas possible.
The jukebox is not in the same place.
Bon, allez, je vais faire
Maybe
le
it was involved in the fight somehow.
On va dire Joël à la casquette.
Joel's cap. Maybe he provoked me again after I'd had a few.
Ok. Bah vas-y, je valide. Hein. Au pire, c'est pas ça. Mais pour moi, les 3 sont valides. Hein.
If the fight had ended here, the bar wouldn't be such a mess.
Ouais, donc non, du coup. Ok.
Looks like not even the memorial board was spared by the brawl.
Après, c'est bizarre parce que... Ouais. Pour moi, les 3 sont valides, mais j'ai pas dû comprendre un truc. Ah, c'était Denis, du coup.
I definitely wanted to shut him up last night.
Mais ça me semblait trop facile parce que vu qu'il s'était embrouillé. Bah vas-y, je vais
I
aller
have a
dans...
complete picture now.
Mais c'est trop simple.
You know, the man who talks to himself has an idiot for an audience.
Fuck off, Dennis.
I see why you have so many friends left in town.
Yeah, you would know about that.
At least my best friend never slept with my ex. Who do you blame more, huh? The backstabbing asshole or the bitch who...
You don't talk about Anna or Nick that way.
You think you know who Nick was? Mr. Perfect? Give me a break. You have no idea. No one in this town does.
What are you talking about?
I'll show you. But not here. Meet me later at the...
Ethan is coming back in through the front. At least I think it's him.
You think it's him?
I can't actually tell if you can't tell. What I know for sure is if it's Ethan, he may not be happy to find you here. So I strongly suggest you leave. And if you don't, well, tell him you're here to apologize about last night. You trashed up his bar and then broke in.
Vas-y, moi je vais rester.
Time to leave if you're leaving. You'll want to apologize. Trust me.
God damn. Sam? You're not here to rob me, right?
Ethan, no, I'm not here to rob you.
Oh, good. I won't have to break your legs.
I'm here to apologize about last night.
Ah, I thought that might be the case. Don't sweat it. This place gets busted up once a month.
Sounds rough.
I guess it is what it is. Buy a bar, you gotta run a bar, you know? I'll take cleaning up your dumbass mess over dealing with family any day.
Vas-y, à propos d'hier soir.
Ethan, did anything weird happen last night?
Well, you and Dennis beat the crap out of each other, and then you left. And now I gotta clean it up. Don't worry about it too much. No one's on their best behavior after losing a loved one. I know I'm not. At least my sister isn't dead. She's just ruining her life. She wants to be called Kayla now.
Ruining her life?
Yeah, living in some commune. Dropped out of school. Life of a heathen.
We all make mistakes.
Yeah, and I feel like she makes most of them. Sam, I got a lot of your mess to clean up. So if you could, you know, leave.
I got places to be anyways. See you around, Ethan.
Of course. I come back on the town's Miners' Day celebration. Well, you always did have great timing. No time to dwell on that. Focus. You tried Dennis's cell phone. No answer. So what now?
Ask around, see if anyone's seen Dennis today. Maybe see if anything jogs my memory.
I've heard worse plans. Basswood's small. If Dennis...
Ah bah bravo. Reviens. Reviens petit. Alors. Qu'est-ce qu'on a comme info? Très bien. Par contre, je sais pas trop quoi faire pour ce problème-là. Qu'on n'avait pas trop avant, mais qu'on a de plus en plus avec, avec cette nouvelle console en tout cas. Falloir que je trouve
Never
un
knew
moyen.
Dennis to be the commemorative type. What's he doing here?
C'est pas ouf. Alors, journal mise à jour, bien sûr. Alors, faut aller en face, mais est-ce qu'il n'y a pas d'autres trucs?
Now doesn't seem like the best time to bother her.
Bah ouais, mais bon, faut bien lui parler quand même.
Hey, Bug. What are you doing out here?
Hey, Muley. Waiting for my mom to get off her shift at the pharmacy. Drawing. I got a new journal after I left the old one somewhere. See?
Did you get home okay last night?
Yeah. I bike everywhere. It's not like anything scary bad happens in Basswood. At least not normally. I heard you asking about my dad last night.
Well, I guess I wasn't very subtle, was I?
No, you were not. Did you find out anything about my dad?
Not yet. Not really, at least.
Let me know if you find anything. Please. I feel like I need something. It's just this town, you know? This place. It feels like I'm suffocating. I can't breathe. I can't think. I can't stand my mom. I don't like school. Well, except for science. And just... when I imagine myself in the future, I just don't... I don't know. I don't see this place. Or these people. I'm somewhere else. Anywhere else. I know it's stupid, just...
It's not stupid. If you want, you can go anywhere in the world. Have adventures, fall in love. I mean, that's what I've been told anyway.
Gross. Okay, well that other stuff sounds okay, though. Thanks for listening.
I got grown-up stuff I gotta do.
I've got kid stuff I gotta see about. So we're both busy.
It's tough seeing her like this. Seems she got older by 6 years in just 2.
Alors, il y a du passage, c'est ça que je me demandais tout à l'heure. Bon, on peut pas, hein, évidemment.
Losing his legs seemed like the end of him, but he bounced back. And he's a rock.
Yes.
Joe.
Sam? You old bridge jumper, how you been? What's the calendar say?
2 years, Joe. It's been 2 years.
Too long. Heard you showed up yesterday. Boys give you trouble?
Peut-être un peu.
Maybe a little. But don't worry. It's hard for me to blame them.
After the mine closed, well, it ain't easy to put food on the table. Don't let that weigh on you. No one else has lost their legs recently.
Vas-y, tu as vu Denis?
You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
I wish. Just about the only guy I could talk hockey with.
Not football?
I want to talk football. I can just grab anybody on the street. Dennis actually enjoys a man's sport. But no, I haven't seen him.
Ok. Eh ben...
I noticed you weren't at the bar last night.
Went home after the service. Being crippled takes it out of you. Normally, I'd be rotting away in my recliner, but I like to come out, see the decorations, pay my respects to old Iron here. This town's been a mining town before I was born, and it'll be one after I die. It's good to get out and celebrate your roots every now and then.
I don't have the same perspective on Miners' Day that other people have.
No, I suppose you wouldn't.
So, how have you been holding up?
Terribly. But Anna keeps me young. How'd you ever let her get away?
You probably know better than me.
I heard all about it. Still, I always liked you. Straight shooters are a rare breed these days. I like a man that can look me in the eye and say what he means.
I have places I need to be, but it's good to see you.
Just promise you won't wait 2 years before saying boo again.
I'll do my best. Joe has no idea where Dennis went. Someone must have seen him after the fight.
Ah ouais.
Drowned 6 men. Basswood's mining started with an accident. Fitting. Never forget, huh? Hey, can I ask you something?
Hello, young man. Of course you can ask. No promise answering.
Why do you bother cleaning the memorial?
Well, everything has to look its best for today. Especially the miner. I really didn't think it was going to happen this year. Good thing Mr. Kirkland decided to help out. And besides, that way people can remember with pride we used to be rednecks.
That matters to you?
It should matter to every West Virginian.
And why do you think it should matter so much?
How many West Virginians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
This doesn't sound like a history lesson.
You answer my question, I'll answer yours. So, how many West Virginians?
C'est une question pour pour un mimique, ça. Il en faut 10.
10. 1 to hold the light bulb, 9 to rotate the ladder.
Not bad. The one I have in store is 3. 1 to replace the light bulb, 2 to complain about how the old one was better.
Elle est pas mal.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, just not the kind of funny you laugh at. So, you still want to hear the story?
Bien sûr.
I'm all ears.
This fella here is a reminder of when coal miners stood together. You see, back 100 years ago, you'd be safer in the trenches than down in the mines. He didn't sit right with our boys. They demanded better conditions. Of course, the corporations, being what they are, refused and sent strike breakers.
The mine wars. Miners came out in force. Union men. Met the strike breakers over in Logan County.
That's right. 10,000 strong. And it all came to a head at Blair Mountain. The miners tied red bandanas around their necks for solidarity. Brotherhood. At least 100 men died in that battle. Blood spilled for what we have now.
Alors là, j'hésite un peu.
I'm guessing you're fond of that story, huh? A lot of respect for rednecks.
Well, Things were tough, but we were a united community back then. Anyway, I'll get back to it. Gonna give her a real spit shine. You take care now.
Merci. Alors,
This is
qui a
new.
donné?
Domations. Now that's the Basswood I remember.
Vas-y. Oh là là. Ok. Alors. Bon, là-bas, je suppose que je peux pas y aller.
No luck so far, but I should keep digging around. Someone must have seen Dennis.
C'est ça, Mic. Attends, mon but, c'est de me renseigner, ouais. Bon, du coup...
I
Well,
would
look-
imagine Walter had obituaries in mind when he became editor-in-chief.
Putain, je peux pas prendre un nouveau journal, mais il y en a un là. Ouais, mais on s'en bat les couilles. Putain.
Remember when this whole celebration used to be
Club
twice
des
as
ragots.
big? Back when this town wasn't just a dead horse we all keep kicking. Why do we even bother with this old place? Feels like a ghost town sometimes, except ghosts haven't bothered leaving.
Somehow, I don't think the town's recent history will be included. Fine with me.
Ah oui. Faut aller à l'hôtel de ville. Bon, toi, on peut te parler, je suppose.
She
Yes.
pulls the look off a lot better than I could.
Hey, don't remember seeing you in town before. Passing by?
Ah, je suis du coin.
I was born in Basswood. I was raised in Basswood, though I left for a few years.
Wait, you managed to leave and still came back? You'd never see me again if I left.
Why don't you then?
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna take my millions of dollars and make a run for it. I can barely get by, like everyone else here. Too poor to stay, too poor to leave.
Ah ouais, je comprends. Alors du coup, je pense que pour avoir des renseignements, c'est mieux d'aller là-dedans. Mais alors du coup, c'est pour ça qu'on va regarder un peu tous les autres trucs. Après, je sais pas en vrai, parce que ça pourrait être là-dedans. Tellement de possibilités. Mais on a un vaisseau spatial
Perfect
ici.
toy for a kid who only had imaginary friends.
Et ça, est-ce que c'est pas le meilleur du meilleur?
Now, I can't just have you hanging around here all day like a ghost.
It's a free country.
Hey, don't give me that. People have been complaining, so don't let me see you here again.
You fascist.
What you just... I'm just doing my job. It's nothing personal.
Looks like you're not the only one who started off on the wrong foot today.
Sorry you had to see that. Some people you just can't reason with. Speaking of, you're still in town.
Ben oui.
You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
Why are you looking for him?
I wanted to apologize for last night.
I'll just stay out of his way for a day or two. I heard you messed up Dennis pretty good last night. I'm not judging. His head's full of smoke. Takes a while to clear it out.
That person you were talking to? Who's that?
A lost soul. Vagrancy isn't a crime, but loitering and trespassing are. I try to be understanding, polite, but it's hard when no one is polite back. People call you pig or fascist just for doing your job. Then they go and do things like deface the whole town. And I'm the asshole? It could get under your skin. Where's you at day after day? It grinds you down. It makes you feel like you've been lifting logs all day. Yeah, Sorry about that. I went off for a spell. Just remember, this town don't always respect the things you do.
Trust me, I know. I don't want to keep you, officer. Have a good day.
Keep your nose clean.
Je trouve un peu dommage ces textures qui pop et dépop là. Enfin, je sais pas si c'est le jeu des ombres ou je ne sais quoi, mais.
You know you're in Basswood when even the graffiti's about minors.
Mais je trouve que ça te sort un
Didn't
peu.
used to see this around. Surprised it hasn't been removed.
Oui. J'achète. J'achète tout de suite. Évidemment. On va toujours laisser parler les gens, hein, parce que il faut t'apprendre des trucs. Donc, non, c'est pas ça. C'est voilà. Ok. Bah, allons ici, puis on ira voir les trucs du ragot après. En espérant que ça soit bonne pioche. Enfin, bonne pioche après, hein, pas tout de suite.
Yo, get out the way.
Oh, comment tu me parles, toi? Oh, le jeune, il va pas se la péter, là. Ok?
You move. I'm the one coming in.
Fuck you.
That's enough.
C'est ton racaille. Petit coup de latte et c'est réglé.
Kathy and Hugh were both at the wake. I should talk to them.
Ah, le jouet en peluche caritatif, c'est incroyable. Petit chemin de randonnée.
Hiking is an activity best done alone on a Sunday afternoon.
Les magazines People. Incroyable. Des cartes postales.
Bug made that for Mother's Day years ago, and Kathy still keeps it with her.
Bah, c'est qu'elle a bien kiffé. Parce que dis donc, ça c'est incroyable. Un bol de bonbons. Malheureusement, on peut pas se servir. Je peux Y, s'il te plaît?
Still here after all these years. She followed Nick to Basswood, but never liked it.
Putain.
Miner's Day always ends up exactly the same.
Je viens de la
Relaxing in its
Tessim.
constancy.
Tout à fait. Je suis de la Tessie, t'as vu, tac tac. Diplôme de pharmacien et Monsieur Hugues. Monsieur Hugues, nous allons vous parler après.
Reminds me of a girl I met. She could only eat chips when she had stomach aches.
Ah ouais? Eh ben. C'est beau, hein. On a Tara, bien sûr. On a
Not
le
uncommon
fauteuil.
for miners to end up in those once they get black lungs.
Putain. Vous croyez qu'on peut lui acheter? Putain, ça serait trop bien. Ah, je pense pas, mais... somnifère, ouais, bien sûr.
Oh, Sam, you here to pick up something for your condition?
I have a condition.
Yeah, the one that makes you the way you're always so... you? It's all right, of course. I won't tell anyone. I think I might actually have leaky gut. It's where your intestine starts to dissolve and your half-digested food starts to leak out into your blood. I'm trying to find something for it, and if it doesn't help, can't hurt. I'm glad someone took over this old drugstore. Can you imagine? This town without a pharmacy would be like, well, me with a hole in my gut. I'll just check the internet when I get home. It'll tell me what to get.
It was nice talking to you, Tara.
Oh yes, always.
Finalement, on aurait peut-être dû demander. Parce que moi, je me suis dit, bon, on va, on va en brancher sur une discussion, tu vois, après le blabla, mais non. A priori, pas.
He looks like those doctors you see on commercials.
Moi, j'aime pas interrompre les gens.
Ah, Samuel. Sorry about Richard. He's always a little on edge. I'm surprised to see you up and about after the night you had. Honestly. I was afraid you'd end up like your friend. You were quite inebriated.
Ah ouais, c'est ce qu'on m'a dit.
Yeah, I got to hear all about it secondhand. Really not my finest hour.
I would say not. After your barroom brawl, I did my best to prevent you from following that other man outside. And I tried to get you to hand over your keys, but you would have none of it.
Sorry about that. The man I had a fight with, Dennis. Have you seen him today?
Seen him? No. No, can't say I have.
Thanks anyways.
That article you wrote, it's done this town a lot of good.
Pourquoi tant de gentillesse? On va dire pourquoi.
How do you figure?
The mine was a band-aid on a torn artery. Sometimes, doing what is unpopular is still the moral choice.
You probably believe that.
I'd offer you something for that hangover, but I find in some cases, time is the best medicine.
T'as bien raison. C'est la dernière fois que je bois.
Last night was a wake-up call. I'm gonna try focusing on clean living.
Oh, wait.
Everything is poison. All that matters is the dose. Now, you have a good one, young man. Was there anything else you needed, by the way?
Ah bah, vas-y, on va l'interroger.
I heard you're helping out with the celebration today.
Naturally. It's the town's biggest homegrown tradition. I've become quite a fan myself.
I never got into it.
No. A celebration of hard work and building something with your own two hands? Well, it's quite romantic. I'm from Florida myself, but it has that universal appeal.
If it works for you. I have to ask, why move here, of all places? You know, here, Basswood. A blink and you miss this town. People move out of Basswood, not in.
The town I used to work in had 100 other pharmacies in it. Oh, you'd make sales, but you don't get to know anyone, ever. Plus, if I'm being honest, I always imagined I'd retire in a small mountain town.
Ok. Alors, j'aimerais savoir c'est pourquoi il m'a pas enlevé le participer là, alors qu'il m'a enlevé l'autre. Je
I
retends
heard
dans
you're
ce
helping
jeu.
out with the celebration today.
Naturally.
Ouais,
It's
bon,
the town.
on a bien
biggest homegrown
le même
tradition.
dialogue.
I've become quite a fan myself.
I never got into it.
No. A celebration of hard work and building something with your own two hands? Well, it's quite romantic. I'm from Florida myself, but it has that universal appeal.
Faites comme si vous l'aviez
If it
pas
works for
entendu.
you.
Samuel, I saw you talking to Walter. Can you ask him something from me?
Ah ok, c'est pour ça. Bien sûr.
Sure thing. What is it?
I knew I could count on you. I was hoping the Basswood jungle could run a piece about me. You see, some of the older folks see me as an outsider still.
Can't say I'm surprised. I'll try and remember to ask next time I talk to him.
I really appreciated the chat, but I'm afraid it's time I get back to work. Do come see me again.
Alors, soit j'ai complètement fumé, soit il a développé après quand je lui ai reparlé de la même chose. Après, c'est peut-être moi qui ai fumé. Mais voilà. Alors, il a dit que... Attendez. Et... Ok. Putain, c'est dur d'aller voir Cathy. Hein. Ok. Je veux ce fauteuil. Donne. Volons-le. Tout de suite. Ah mais attends. En train de bosser au café. Ah ouais? Ça tu veux qu'on parle maintenant? Attends, tu m'as envoyé chier au bar là et tu veux qu'on parle? Katy Perry. Ça fait bon, on va parler.
Still here after all these years. She followed Nick to Basswood, but never liked it. Hey, Kathy.
Oh, Sam. What can I do you for?
Ah bah, à propos de la veillée.
So, the wake.
None of us were on our best behavior. Nick would have been happy you showed up, no matter how anything else went. I left early myself to go check on Joan. Did you have to say that fantasy about her father being murdered was real?
Ah merde.
Not what I
just want her to be a little girl, not a little Sam Higgs, sneaking around and getting into trouble. And now all she can talk about is how you're gonna prove that she's right. Sorry. I know it's not your fault, but I just don't... I don't know what to do with her. She's my daughter, and I feel like I'm losing her. I gotta go. If the boss sees me jawing instead of working, I'll get an earful.
Ouais mais non.
No one in here was much help.
On peut pas du coup. J'aurais dû l'interroger direct. Putain. Putain là, les infos de Denis. C'est pas la même Cathy, hein, mon petit mécanique. Alors. Eh ben, faut retourner voir Bidule, non? On est d'accord, il me semble. Je sais plus pourquoi, mais il faut retourner le voir. On l'avait regardé.
I've never been the romantic type, but I get why people care about this statue.
Hey Joe, je devais pas lui parler? Je pensais que je devais rendre un service ou je sais pas quoi là. Ça va pas, moi je pense à des trucs qu'il faut pas faire, c'est ça? Je sais pas, on est bien d'accord qu'il nous avait parlé de lui, non? Non? Ça c'est con, je peux pas me repasser le dialogue, mais...
Slow day so far. But people are gonna swarm the
Toi, je peux pas te parler de 100%. Bon, les ragots, c'est nice, mais voilà.
Now I've gone and made a bit of a mess. Oh, Sam, is that you? Dear, please, could you help an old doddering woman?
Bah bien sûr. Vous portez, j'ai le choix. Vous n'êtes pas gâteuse.
You are many things, but not doddering. Plotting, maybe.
Sam, you shouldn't say such things, even if they're true.
Alors. Ah! Groupe alimental. Goût la teuté. Toujours. Mesdames et messieurs, souvenons-nous.
Okay, Muley, for 2 points. What is the name of the pink pony on the animated cartoon show Prancers? The super cool one I was telling you about the other day? You know, my favorite?
Polly. Polly Pony?
No, that's her sister. She's totally different.
Then what is her name?
I'm not telling. What if the card comes up again?
You really like to win, huh, Bug?
All right, coffee for you and hot chocolate for the young... Is that a comic about monsters?
It's about tardigrade man. He can survive almost anything. His only weakness is his own emotions. He's based on the microscopic tardigrades. It has 8 legs and can survive star radiation.
Huh. Well, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing a young woman should be reading.
She says she's gonna be an entomologist. What can you do?
I am going to be an entomologist. I'm going to study every bug, especially the crawlies. But tardigrade isn't a bug. It's a microanimal.
Well, good for you. Sounds like just what a young woman like you should be reading.
So, can we play this again tomorrow, maybe?
We can play as often as you want.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Pinky swear? If you break those, you go to hell.
I don't think you're supposed to be using that language.
You can't break this. No matter what.
You're real intense for a kid, you know that?
Say it!
I won't break the pinky swear, no matter what.
Thank you so much. You're always such a dear.
Say, Christina, have you...
Oh, Sam, it's been years. It really is so nice to see you again.
Yeah, likewise, but...
I wanted to come to the funeral yesterday, but just thinking about it, oh dear.
Now, I know you want to interrupt her, because I want to interrupt her. So eyes on me, buddy. Happy thoughts, deep breaths. Yeah, well, speaking of the...
Poor Joan, losing her father at such a young age. Oh, what a tragedy. I was trying to find one of those games she likes so much to cheer her up. Poor child only has Kathy now, and, well, far from me to criticize or anything, but these last few months, Kathy hasn't been all there, if you know what I mean. Hopefully this tragedy will be a wake-up call for her to be more present. She should take a few weeks off to be with Joan. I know you would never refuse. Don't you agree?
Ah bah, je suis tout à fait d'accord.
Yeah, of course.
Sure, if poor Kathy would only ask him for the time. Ah, but look at me. I talk and talk and talk, but you had something to say, didn't you?
Have you seen Dennis today?
Dennis? No, it's odd, actually. He usually stops in here Sunday mornings. Like how you and Nick used to come over from the paper with Anna every Friday. You three always seem so happy. Oh, but you, Sam, how have you been doing?
Oh, vous savez...
It's been... Well, you know cruise control? I've been on cruise control.
You might miss it once it's gone. Life rarely lets you coast for long. You look well.
I've been better. Hungover this morning.
You know what's good for that? Coffee.
I know, Christina. Not right now. I gotta go. Anna's here. I should talk to her.
Oui, alors niveau journal par contre, toujours plus de gens. Ah, c'est loin d'être fini hein, avec tous les slots qu'on voit là. Je sais pas si tout va se remplir, mais je pense que oui. Après, c'est peut-être juste pour le design. Qu'est-ce qu'on a? Oh.
Cowboy must have lost his keys.
Incroyable. 2 clans.
Glad to see Joan hasn't changed too much. I need to? Different priorities, I guess.
Un concours de...
Christina, always bringing positivity.
Excellent. Faut en faire. Faut en faire tout de suite. Ok, par contre... c'est... Ah, I. Ok. Bah, faudrait peut-être... S'il les a perdus, faudrait peut-être aller le voir, non?
Good to see someone finally knows how to take care of a plant.
Je sais pas.
It's basic,
T'en
yet
pensez
so
quoi,
many
vous?
people manage to mess it up.
C'est bizarre. Je peux Attendez, je peux sortir. Vas-y, go. On va voir si... Ah, parce que si c'est pas ça... Enfin, je comprends pas trop aussi. Hein. Peut-être que ça a rien à voir, mais... je me dis, c'est pas cool. Ah, par contre, j'aurais peut-être pas dû sortir, ça? Ah non, a priori, on s'en fout. Très bien. Il était là-bas, non? D'accord. Peut-être qu'il est plus là, remarquez. Oh là là, 50% off aussi là-dessus. Ah, c'est fou, hein. Ce Black Friday. Excuse-moi.
Sorry, Sam, I'm still on duty.
Oui, mais il y a tes clés.
Declan always had very clear ideas about law and order.
Ouais, mais tes clés.
But now he seems to be even more vocal
S'en
about
bat
his
les couilles.
convictions.
Très bien. Bah, je chercherai plus à aider mon prochain. Allez tous vous faire tut. Voilà. Ah, ça on n'a pas vu ça par contre. Putain, il y a un email.
I imagine there's a lot more people looking for work nowadays.
Oui, mais attends. Voilà. Très bien. Putain, je suis deg là. J'avais trouvé des super clés. C'est dit que s'il les a perdus quand tu passes, quand tu passes le curseur dessus. Du coup, moi, ça me semble logique d'aller lui dire, en toute gentillesse. On a Anna, bien sûr. Anna, tu nous as pas vus.
Hey, man. Thought I knew everyone, but I don't know you.
I used to be a regular a few years ago.
Oh, right. You're one of those who skipped town when the mine closed down.
You could say that, yes.
Town ain't changed much since then. Same old boring Basswood. I know most people hate that, but I don't. It's quiet here. It's nice.
So quiet, there's no rush hour, I guess.
Right?
Voilà là. Tellement d'infos dans le journal. Kofi. Ah, ça c'est pour Monsieur Madoshi,
Not
dommage
very
qu'il est pas là. Il aurait été content.
That's a good one.
Ah ouais. C'est pas faux.
Well, that's not spelled right. Not even close.
C'est vrai qu'il y a de sacrées fautes. Enfin, une sacrée faute. Eh bien, ok. Ah. Bon, j'arrive. Parlons.
Sam, I didn't think you'd actually show up.
I didn't think I would either. But hey, sometimes we surprise ourselves.
So, I hear you got in a fight after I left the wake?
Ouais, mais je m'en souviens à peine.
I was so wasted at that point, it's all just a big, heavy blur.
Yeah. After saying I didn't want to drink, I went home and drank. Long night.
Yeah, sounds about right. We all deal with stress in our own ways.
I apparently hit Dennis. Yeah, speaking of, you haven't seen him today, have you?
Why? Afraid your powerful blows laid him up?
So, what are you working on?
I'm working on an article on how nature does its best to reclaim the land after a strip mining operation. Why are you looking for Dennis? I can tell something has you spooked. I can always tell.
Go on, tell her. You could honestly use a non-imaginary person to confide in.
She might slow me down, or try to involve the cops.
She might do those things, yes, or she might be someone who you can trust, who can help.
Alors, je pense que je lui dirais bien. Je vais être d'accord pour une fois avec mon... avec moi-même. Soyons d'accord avec soi-même.
I woke up today and my shirt was covered in blood.
Blood? What happened?
I don't know. Last night, pills and alcohol mixed. It's all a blur. That's why I'm looking for Dennis.
Have you tried the Basswood jungle? He likes to work weekends.
No, not yet. I'll do that right now.
Sam, is there anything I can do to help? Oh, nah. I'm just gonna do my own thing. Oh, Sam. What have you done?
Ok. Tout est bien qui finit bien. Bien sûr. Alors, je veux bien aller au Basswood, mais... Oh! Mais attendez, ça a changé ici. Déjà, t'étais pas là, toi.
Samuel, my young soul, are you still haunting this pallid town?
Ah ben, tu as vu Denis?
Walter, you haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
Can't say I have. I hear you got into quite a tussle. Quite the tussle.
Nothing other than that?
You should try the Basswood Jungle office. I've known him to go in on Sundays. He may be a prickly pear, a very prickly pear, but he's dedicated. If he says something will be done Monday, come the devil or come the rain, it is.
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks.
You know, I'm glad I ran into you. If I may bend your ear for a moment.
Bien
Think
sûr.
lately about age, life, the turn of the clock.
Oui.
No one gets sharper with age. When do you think it's time to hang up the saddle?
Mais quand on ne peut plus monter.
A true cowboy rides until the last day they can ride.
I had a feeling you'd say that. I have a lot to think about. Thank you for your ear, but soon I must have abscond. Sunday lunch with Mother is sacred. Call on me anytime, young Samuel. Anytime.
Anytime. Anytime, Mic. Ok. Eh ben, c'est bon. Du coup, est-ce qu'il y a d'autres personnes qui se sont ajoutées, enfin, qui ont bougé? Ah, là-bas, on voit que... Ah, qu'il y a du people. Excusez-moi. Vous en foutez de moi? C'est juste pour remplir pour pas que tu passes. Ils sont rusés, ces développeurs.
At least the Basswood jungle is still standing.
Et oui. Donc faut aller là. Hein. Mais est-ce que je peux enfin lui dire que ses clés sont là-bas? Parce qu'il est au téléphone, ce con. Mais... Alors vous remarquerez que c'est qu'il est silencieux au téléphone. Hein. Enfin, il parle mais on l'entend pas. C'est sûrement un langage codé entre flicailles. C'est forcément ça. Ouais. On va go.
Locked.
Ah bah, pas go. Du coup, va falloir passer. Voilà, là où on pouvait pas. Évidemment.
My. Look what we got here. Showing your face in town again. I thought you were smarter than that. But I'm glad we ran into you. We have unfinished business after all.
Joel, look.
Careful. I don't want to have this conversation again. We clear?
On va dire comme du cristal.
Crystal. We're good.
Good.
Declan's right down the street.
This is a small town. There's not enough room for you in it.
J'ai pas répondu parce que comme le flic il avait pas vu le premier coup, je me suis dit que si je donne le coup et qu'il tourne les yeux, on l'avait dans le cul. Donc, du coup je me suis dit encaissons et ne disons rien. Ok, la porte est par là. Là, il n'y a rien du tout a priori. Ça sera pour plus tard. Toujours encaisser et balancer quand on s'y attend le moins en face. C'est mieux. Mais là, ça valait pas le coup de répondre de toute façon.
Been a while. This place used to be my home, or at least felt like it. Where is Dennis? He should be in here.
Oui, alors c'est ça qui me turlupine, moi, perso, le Denis disparu, là. Parce que, comme par hasard, on le voit plus. Hein? Oh là là! Je transperce le siège avec mon bras. Quel homme je fais. Ah, toujours Pac-Man un peu partout, hein. Ça en fait plaisir, n'empêche, avec les post-it. Je sais plus où j'avais vu ça, j'en ai vu plein, hein, genre en photo. Pendant un moment, c'était une grosse mode. C'était assez cool. Pourquoi il y a un code là, 3121? Je ne sais pas. Mais notez-le, on sait jamais. Rien de spécial. Ah.
Dennis.
Évidemment.
Dennis.
C'était sûr.
What happened? Who?
Putain.
Is that how I got blood on me? Did I?
Mais non, c'est pas toi. Ah, tu vas nous faire chier avec les portes, vraiment? Ah, j'espère que non. Hein. Putain, ils sont partout, les cons. Il y a des Denis partout. Allez, c'est The Walking Dead. Hein?
You can do this, Sam. When you focus, you can think through any problem. Keep going. You got this.
Faut trouver le bon Denis, quoi. Allez, il est là-bas. Il est là.
Don't give up, Sam. You almost have it.
Ok. Bon, là, ça va, j'ai pigé le truc assez vite, mais... Le coup des portes, c'était quand même pas clair. Là. Je t'ai vu. C'est toi, Denis.
This is Dennis's office. There must be some clues around. Sam, keep it together. You can solve this. Figure this out before Dennis dies again and the panic overwhelms you.
Ok, alors je me concentre.
Chest wound. What kind of weapon did this?
Qu'est-ce qui a pu causer?
Gunshot. The bullet went clean through. The killer must have been close. Where did the bullet go? Some IT documents. Nothing useful.
Non mais bien sûr, mais faut que je refasse ça.
Gunshot. The bullet went clean through. The killer must have been close.
Faut que je
Where
la
did the
trouve
bullet
quoi.
go?
L'impact.
The bullet stopped here. Small caliber like Dennis's gun. I need to find that gun.
Ok. Alors l'arme. L'arme elle doit être... Ah. What the fuck? Je peux me concentrer
From
sur
the
lui.
angle this was the shooter's position. Was it me?
Non, c'est nul. Bah c'est l'étui.
His gun is gone. He had it earlier. Where did it go? The shooter used Dennis's gun, but I didn't have it this morning. And how did I get the blood on me? The blood has been disturbed. By what?
Huh?
The blood pooled where Dennis fell, so the body was moved. If I moved it, that's how the blood got on my shirt.
Et oui.
I have the complete picture now. The blood on the shirt was Dennis's, but I didn't kill him. I found him dead. Blackout drunk, panicked. I stumbled to my car. Luckily, I ended up back at the hotel and not wrapped around a pole. Now, I know I didn't do it. The police, though, may not feel the same way. I need to search the area. See if I can find out why someone would murder Dennis. I need to find out why Dennis was killed. It may have something to do with Nick. Dennis's computer is still signed in. Seems like a good place to start.
Ouais, on peut commencer par le mail puisqu'il a regardé le mail dans le truc. Donc, regardez le brouillon déjà. Alors, on travaille tard ce soir, désolé. Il faut que j'explique à un connard comment le monde fonctionne. Ok, je serai pas là pour préparer le petit déj, mais il y a des gaufres au congèle. Devrait y avoir on sait pas quoi. Très bien. Et dans le côté inbox, on peut voir ou pas? J'ai pas l'impression de pouvoir naviguer. Peut-être retour. Ah, c'est pas très bien foutu. Hein. Retour. Boîte de réception. Voilà. Ah ouais, c'est vraiment pas... Ils auraient dû... Je sais pas pourquoi ils se sont pas dit, ouais, on va mettre une interface sur laquelle on peut bouger, mais c'est carrément pas instinctif. Pour le coup, c'est... Attendez, faut que je me mette... Mais ça n'a pas de sens de se mettre là, quoi, bordel de merde. Alors, lisons déjà celui-là. Essayer de lâcher l'affaire. Ok. On va passer sur le urgent du coup.
Emails between Nick and Dee.
Alors
Talking
qui est
in codes, nothing stated clearly. They didn't want to risk anyone learning of their meetings. Smart. Someone was watching.
Ah bah oui. Non mais si. C'est bien fait. Ok, donc Nick. Nick, c'est incroyable. On a
Puzzle
plein
comes
d'infos.
together. Dennis was reading everyone's emails. He found out that Nick hadn't stopped his investigation like he'd told Walter. And that Nick was still talking to some informant. Then he decided to tell me. And now he's dead. I need to look through any notes Nick left in his office and check Walter's computer. They have to have something for me to go on. Nick must have left some notes behind somewhere. Walter also might have something on Nick's work. I should look around.
Ok, alors... Fouiller le bureau et fouiller le bureau de Walter. Okay.
You didn't deserve this. No one deserves this.
En même temps, oui. Ça, c'est sûr que personne mérite de se prendre une balle dans la gueule. Et là, on a quoi? Est-ce qu'on peut les regarder, mais...
There's a lot of junk in here, but none of it is useful to me.
Ok. Ah, je pense que là, j'ai rien d'autre à voir. La plaque, on s'en fout. Va falloir faire les autres bureaux, quoi. Celui-là, il y a qui? Annick. C'est parfait. Fouillons.
The only thing she cared about then was looking at bugs and drawing them. Nick's computer is missing. Took it home to work or stolen?
Oui. Qui l'a volé?
Anna and me.
Tout est lié. Obligé. Poser la face. Face cachée. En gros, je veux le prendre, mais... Ah, j'aurais dû le prendre. Mais je voulais regarder, en fait. Je me suis dit, peut-être derrière, il y a un truc.
Weird. Nick was always more a fan of beer than working late.
Chercher trop loin. Des roulés pepperoni dans le frigo. Ok. Ça fait chier. Je suis un peu deg pour le coup. Rien d'autre. Hein. Tiroir.
If I had the code I could get in here.
Ah bah c'est le code de tout à l'heure. Je vous ai dit que c'était quoi? Obligé, c'est ça. C'est le journal intime. Et le code, il est là.
4 digits.
3121.
Code for the archives.
Marqué dans le chat parce que je suis capable de l'oublier. Oh, voilà. Putain, je suis un génie. Je vois les codes avant qu'ils arrivent. C'est incroyable. Alors on a des post-it.
Valid question. Still not sure. They don't even work here anymore.
Ça c'est
Someone
quand
should
même
really
assez
clean
flou.
up
Hein.
this board.
Truc de fou. Hein. Et ici, il y
Nick's
a un autre code.
handwriting. Always paranoid about forgetting things.
Attends, 2341. Ce serait ça? Parce que c'est l'heure. Ne pas oublier, mais on sait jamais. Non, je pense pas. Je pense que c'est plus ce que je pensais. Vas-y, on va déverrouiller. Hop, alors. 3. 1. 2. 1.
Thanks, Bug. Your obsessive snooping pays off.
Évidemment.
Nick always kept extensive records of his work. He was almost obsessive. How could there be so little information regarding his last investigation?
Pourquoi à gauche ça brillait? C'est trop bizarre.
Nick was looking into the impact the closure of the mine had on Basswood.
Ah.
What was he looking for?
Oh, encore une magouille de thunes, ça. Ok.
Nick was traveling all over. Train tickets, hotel bills, out of state even. He was tracking something. Or someone.
Il s'est fait baiser, hein. C'est obligé. Train 254. Ok.
Nick had a contact. Same name as in the email. He was onto something big.
Putain. Putain, avec 10. Ah bah c'est tout, hein.
What Nick was looking into was something big and dangerous. It's why he was so careful.
Eh oui. That's why. That's why ceci, cela.
It's possible Walter missed something. Could be worth checking his office.
Ouais. Eh ben il reste Walter. Donc ici, il n'y a rien, on s'en doutait. Bah, je fais quand même un peu tous les embranchements, voir s'il n'y a pas un petit truc. Oh là là, ma
Walter
petite plaque.
always treated us like family.
Et où est la mi-fa? Putain, incroyable. La mi-fa mis à jour. Est-ce qu'il y a un truc dans... Non. C'est jamais... Hein. Ok. C'est sympa n'empêche la vue là.
So strange how calm it is out there when... Well, this happened.
Comme c'était étrange. Ah. Ok, bah c'est parti, go l'ordi. Hein. Du coup, vous trouvez le mot de passe. J'ai forgot your password. Putain, il y a un chat. C'est Mic Mic. C'est Mic Mic, il est caché.
Might be something around here that hints at Walter's password.
Bah le chat. Ou le forget. Parce qu'en vrai, moi le rappel, il peut aider. Hein.
Hopefully his password reminder isn't some esoteric book reference.
Vas-y, dis-moi tout.
My heart's desire. It could mean a person, but also a place.
Désir de mon cœur. Huh. Mais ce serait pas le chat? Sinon, je peux pas le saisir.
Walter was never tech savvy. He just uses words that mean something to him. There's a good chance there's a clue in his office.
Bien sûr, oui, mais... Nous avons un petit vinyle. Ah.
His granddad rock a thing? If so, Walter and Anna are both into it.
Photo de chat.
Prin never looked happy a day in her life. Been Walter's cat for years.
Prin. Bah c'est Prin le mot de passe.
Name is his password.
Mais oui, 200%. Il a la gueule d'un chat.
Costa Rica? Walter's mom gets out more than he does.
Si c'est pas ça qu'on me coupe la main. Oh, je déconne.
Good for Walter that Judith is doing all right. She means the world to him. So much so that she could be his password.
Non, moi je pensais le chat. C'est toujours le chat. Le chat du chat.
Walter had this article framed after he saw the
à moins
boost in
que...
traffic the Haven got. Basswood is his blood and soul. Wouldn't surprise me if he said it as his password. Just reminders. Nothing that could be used as a password.
Non, mais c'est forcément vous.
A photo Walter took of his first desk on his first day of work. Nick inherited it. She used to be the office administrator ages ago.
Ok. Vas-y, on tente le chat. Bon, je regarde s'il y a autre chose, mais histoire de... Bah oui, il y a les livres et tout.
He loves all his first editions, but Alice in Wonderland always came out on top.
Ah
Wouldn't
ouais.
be surprised if that was his password.
En fait, ça pourrait être tellement de choses. Mais le chat, ça me semble trop simple, hein, vu qu'il a sa gueule. Mais...
That was just after Anna came on. And we really were a small clan.
Ah! Ouh là là! Attendez, là, on a 1 milliard d'infos. Merde. Ah. Petit memento. Ok. Ok. Vas-y, je tente. Hein. Je tente. Puis après, si c'est pas ça, bah c'est pas ça, on verra bien. Hein. Alors.
That's not it.
Ah merde. C'est pas ça. C'est trop simple. Alors, c'est forcément Alice au pays des merveilles.
That's not it.
Pas du tout. Bon bah, Judith. C'est toi.
That's not it.
Ah non, ça va être vraiment la ville? Bah, c'est trop simple.
And I'm in.
Putain, ils abusent.
Let's see what secrets you got in here, Walter.
Ouais, je me suis dit, c'est pas possible. Enfin, c'est logique par rapport au métier, mais je me suis dit, c'est pas possible, c'est encore trop simple. Ok, alors, voyons voir les mails envoyés. Hop. Très bien. Tour. Boîte de réception. On va lire d'abord et puis après on ouvrira le fichier. Ok. C'est parti.
Mostly standard so far, by the book. I see why Walter wasn't worried.
Couleur Cosmo. Ok, donc un truc avec de voiture.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. Nick would never drive without his seatbelt on. And he always kept his window open.
Ben oui, non mais on sait que c'est pas un accident. C'est évident. Avec tout ce qui se passe là. On le sent.
The car really burned, though that's very uncommon in most crashes. So, Walter got the police report from Bass. Nick was supposedly drunk at the wheel, which doesn't sound like him. And his seatbelt was off and his windows up, which both sound very wrong. Walter seemed to buy it, but I don't know if I do.
Bah moi perso je suis pas dubitatif mais encore pire quoi.
So, did you come to the logical conclusion to this mess we're in?
Oui.
Just a hint. We should get out of town immediately.
Il a tenté de me dire un truc. Ouais, je dis.
Dennis tried to talk to me about Nick, and that's what got him killed. Exactly. Like I said, you should get out of town. And the details of Nick's death, it doesn't sound like him. 2 years is a long time, Sam. He may have changed more than you know. Changed decade-long habits? I need to go to the crash site. Just remember, if you're right...
Sam? What's happening?
Ooh.
Dennis. That's Dennis. What happened? Is he...
Anna,
is
listen
he...
to me.
Denis, c'est je pense qu'elle s'en doute, mais vas-y.
He is dead. Dennis is dead. Don't panic.
Oh my god, no. It's... How could this happen?
He died last night. Hours ago. Not much we can do right now. He asked me to meet him here after, but I was so drunk I arrived late. And the person that actually showed up killed him.
Your bloody shirt was clearly from this. That means you were here yesterday. It links you to the crime scene. And you've been running around town all morning asking about Dennis. It won't look good. We need to call the police.
They'll think I killed him. I thought I did at first. I have no alibi.
This is not about you. Dennis had a family. They have to know what happened. It's the right thing to do. Do you want Walter to find his body come Monday?
She has a point. Someone is gonna find him eventually. Involving the police would only slow us down. I'll be more efficient on my own.
Efficient and possibly friendless. You've already trusted Anna once. I suggest you keep on that road.
Ouais, moi pour le coup, je suis assez d'accord. Je pense que vaut mieux lui faire confiance. Donc voilà.
Okay, but not that phone. Use one of the landlines here and don't leave your name.
You remember I'm a journalist, right? I know how to keep things confidential.
Also, I think whoever did this might be linked to Nick's accident.
This is about Nick? The crash?
I'm going to the crash site to confirm my suspicions.
I'm going with you.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
You trusted me before. It's only fair I do the same for you. I'll call the cops from here so they can't track us.
All right.
Oh là là. Ça commence à bien se lancer, là.
Here we are.
It barely looks like anything happened.
It's been a week, but we'll find something. I know we will.
Is it okay if I stay here? I don't think I'm ready to...
Sure. I doubt I'll be good company anyway.
You mean you're over-focused to the point of non-reactive thing? I remember. Especially how you always end up being right, somehow. I hope. I don't know what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, me neither. This is the place. Nick, I'll get to the bottom of this. First, gather the clues. Cold, hard, plain facts. That's the only way I'll know what really happened.
Bon, alors... falloir chercher tout ça. Est-ce qu'on n'aurait pas quelque chose de caché derrière? Pas du tout, à part un arbre qui est tombé. Je pense qu'on a un indice là, non? Est-ce que... un morceau de bois déjà. Pas de traces. Ah oui, ça c'est quand même
Skid marks,
louche.
No trace of sudden braking.
C'est-à-dire qu'il a pas du tout freiné, donc c'est pas logique. Qu'est-ce que on peut regarder le reste?
Two of the
ça.
road signs were torn out. Did Nick's car do that?
Eh oui. Et l'herbe.
The fire shouldn't have been able to spread that far.
C'est vraiment louche. Et ici, on a des traces de pneus.
The tire tracks clearly show where Nick's car went off the road.
Ok. Est-ce qu'on a autre chose? J'ai pas l'impression. Bon, j'ai vu que c'était là, mais alors, je suppose que c'est ici.
The car went up like kindling. It was pretty intense, judging the damages to the area. The bark got badly burnt. Must be where Nick crashed.
Ok, donc il me manque des trucs. Ici, on a une pièce de voiture.
Debris from Nick's car. The police didn't clean up very well.
Ouais, on s'en fout.
Debris from Nick's car.
Putain.
The police didn't clean up very well.
Tout à fait. Qu'est-ce qu'on a d'autre? Je regarde ici.
Maybe Nick tried to avoid this log. It's a bit far from the road.
Ouais, je pensais une fausse piste. Ça, je me demandais c'était quoi le truc au bout.
An animal came through here. Maybe that's what surprised Nick. But the tracks don't reach the road.
C'est The Blague. Y a rien qui l'a surpris, moi je vous dis. La voiture a été sabotée. Et oui! Je le sens. Avec mon flair. Mon flair. Mon flair m'a fait aller trop loin. Bien sûr. Eh ben, Bah merde. Qu'est-ce qu'il pourrait y avoir d'autre? Alors ça c'est assez chiant parce que... Enfin, assez frustrant parce que... C'est pas évident en fait. Hein. De te dire ouais, bon... Qu'est-ce qu'il pourrait y avoir d'autre? Ou des fois tu passes dessus, puis il te l'indique pas, et puis... Enfin voilà. Surtout que t'as des indices qui sont pas valables, donc... Vous savez, c'est de la connerie, donc forcément... Tu t'en rends pas bien compte, quoi.
Best to leave her alone. It's a lot to take in.
Ah bah tu m'étonnes. Ça se trouve, j'ai juste loupé un truc genre là. Morceau de bois, on l'a vu. Le machin. Ah, ça on a
These
pas
road
regardé.
signs are
Mais...
intact. Not a scratch on them.
Je crois que c'est ça où je vais être le plus nul du jeu parce que... Enfin pour moi c'est pas... Enfin je fais dans ma logique, je prends les trucs, vous voyez, mais je pense pas forcément à ce qu'ils ont pensé quand ils ont rajouté des trucs, quoi. Et du coup, bah tu perds ton temps 800 ans sur la scène, j'allais dire. La scène de crime. Et oui, c'est une scène de crime. C'est pas très... Parce que imaginez, c'est un truc ici. Bon, ça n'aurait aucun sens, mais... Ça pourrait être un indice qui est foutu là, quoi. Bon, si vous voyez un truc, hein, merci de me le dire. Encore une fois, parce que... Ça peut être... Ah, attendez, ça c'est les traces. Ouais, ça on s'en fout. Le renard. Ah, c'est chelou. Ah, c'est mal foutu pour ça. Bon, je suppose que tu peux... Ah non, tu peux même pas passer à la suite. Par contre, tu peux... Ok. Pour moi, il y avait un truc à faire avec ce qu'on a vu là, la roue là. Enfin, la roue. La pièce, mais...
Debris from Nick's car. The police didn't clean up very well.
Je sais pas, c'est trop bizarre. Ça pourrait être quoi? Putain, l'abus. 800 ans. Y'a pas une aide à l'indice là? J'essaie d'appuyer sur toutes les touches. Je sais pas, on sait jamais quoi. Parce que c'est déconné. Oh là, il suffit que ça soit un truc ridicule en plus. Je suis sûr que c'est un truc ridicule. Je vais recommencer là parce que... Ça, on est d'accord que le morceau de bois, j'ai
That
fait.
piece of wood must be from one of the damaged road signs.
Ah ouais, non, pour moi, il n'y a rien d'autre là. On a tout eu. Hein. Mic Mic, une idée? Au lieu de dormir là? Enfin, je dis Mic Mic. N'importe qui, parmi vous, bien sûr. Parlez, n'ayez pas peur. Non, bah en vrai, non, sans déconner, je vois pas ce qui pourrait nous servir d'autre, quoi. À part aller par là, mais pour rien. C'est con que t'aies pas un sixième sens. genre tu fais tac. Non, mais pour moi, ça n'a pas de sens. Si la voiture, elle est descendue là, tac tac, elle a pété là-bas, bon, qu'est-ce qu'il y aurait d'autre? C'est vraiment chelou, hein. Mais excuse-moi, je suis nul, j'ai pas trouvé le... Il me manque un indice. Enfin, je dis un, mais ça se trouve... Putain, mais sans déconner. Qu'est-ce que ça pourrait être? Bon, je sais pas, hein, franchement. Ça me donne envie d'aller manger, ça. J'ai faim, moi, avec tout ça. Tous ces problèmes d'indices, là. Putain. J'aimerais bien trouver, quand même, en vrai. Ce serait dommage. Surtout que, bon, après, faut le trouver, quoi. Mais putain, et franchement, là je vois pas. Hein. On a eu les traces de pattes, mais sans bas les couilles. On n'a aucune trace sur la route. On a le tronc, mais le tronc on l'a regardé. Pour le moment, je vois pas ce que je pourrais faire. C'est con que tu puisses vraiment rien y faire. Mais là, je sais pas, j'ai l'impression que c'est ici en fait, parce qu'il y a que ça, mais j'ai bien fait tous les trucs. J'ai bien regardé partout. Putain. Oh, et franchement, c'est déconné ça par contre. Hein. Autant j'aime bien chercher, mais chercher sans savoir, c'est compliqué. Ah, c'est ce que tu fais en vrai. Mais normalement, normalement, tu t'as pas un nombre de déductions. Je veux dire, t'en loupes une, mais tant pis. Tu peux quand même déduire. Pariez combien que c'est un truc de merde en plus, quoi. Ah, c'est affolant. Putain, franchement, je vois pas. Je vois pas et j'ai faim. Ça m'énerve. Ouais, c'est chaud. Eh, j'ai ratissé 800 fois, quoi. C'est pas possible. Remarquez le truc des traces, là. Je retombe plus dessus. Bon, après, t'as ça, mais ça n'a aucun sens. D'accord que je peux pas remonter. Sérieux, je peux remonter. Attends, si je peux remonter, ça veut dire qu'il y a... Non, il va m'arrêter. C'est trop chelou. À quel moment tu te dis tu peux remonter? Non, c'est pas... Si! Vraiment! Ah, mais c'est mal foutu. C'est mal branlé, ça, par contre. Hein.
From Nick's car? Was it leaking fuel?
Parce qu'à quel moment tu te dis je peux remonter, voilà, tac tac. Alors qu'en bas tu peux pas y aller.
It shouldn't have surprised him.
Il pourrait, je sais pas, faire une petite indication verbale ou un truc comme ça, tu vois. Enfin,
That's all the information I need. Time to put everything together.
Ouais, ça je sais bien, mais enfin, il pourrait dire un truc, hein, franchement, je le comprends pas. Je vois des fois ça manque un peu de, je sais pas. C'est un petit point négatif ça aussi, hein. Parce que t'as rien qui t'indique, qui te laisse te démerder. Donc analysons tout ça.
The report states Nick was driving under the influence of alcohol. He was startled by an animal. And drove through a road sign before crashing into a tree.
C'est pas vrai.
Things don't add up.
Ben oui. Bon. Alors. Déjà, pour moi, soit il est soit inconscient, soit conscient. Je pense qu'il était déjà inconscient. Vu qu'il y avait de l'essence, je dirais qu'il y avait une fuite d'essence. Ah, et ça donnerait ça. Attends. Je dis aucun. Parce que là, ça fait bim là. Est-ce qu'il y a un truc plus loin à faire? Parce qu'il me dit je peux valider. Mais... Vas-y, je valide comme ça. Ça me paraît plus logique. Alors pour le début, je suis pas certain, mais ça me semble logique. C'est où que je peux valider? C'est près d'un truc, c'est ça?
How could the signs have burned during the crash then?
Ah. Bah alors du coup...
The road signs were damaged. 2 of them torn and burnt.
Salut Nounours.
The fire damaged both the car and the tree heavily.
Ok, donc elle prenait feu avant la bagnole du coup. Ah, moi j'aurais dit une fuite d'essence et genre avec le choc ça fait... Mais du coup...
Only one simulation fits the evidence. The police report was wrong. I thought you quit.
I did. So, did you find anything?
Nick, he was murdered. I'm sorry, I don't... The police report was clearly wrong.
Fucking...
Anna?
Here, just...
Joe, it's Sam.
Where's Anna? Is she okay?
Yeah, she's right here. She's just a bit busy.
I need her to come back immediately. There's been a break-in at her place.
What? Are you all right? What happened?
I wasn't there when it happened. Just arrived. Called the police, then called my daughter.
We're on our way. Someone broke into your house.
Okay, so, about Dad. Don't tell him what we found. Please. It'll just worry him for no reason.
How are you holding up? After finding out what we found out.
I'm guessing about as well as you. Not great. Let me go calm my father down. I'm pretty sure he's ready to call the National Guard.
Anna,
Maybe give her a few moments with Joe before you barge in. Also, take a few moments for yourself as well. You used to live here, and now some other guy, Nick, of all people, was living here. With her, things are different. She's different. You're different.
I think I can handle this. Hopefully.
Keep in mind, Sam, no matter how much you want to, you can never go home again.
C'est vrai. Et bon, on va peut-être s'arrêter là pour aujourd'hui. Parce que j'ai vraiment très très faim. Donc ouais, il va falloir parler à Joe. Ok. Et je peux aller là-haut, merci. Des fois, tu sais pas. Enfin, je comprends pas. Ça veut pas.
last time I was here, I was shoving way too many boxes into a trunk that couldn't fit them all.
Bah ouais, tout à fait, Nounours, une fin de loup. Donc voilà, moi je vous dis à la prochaine pour la suite. D'ici là, portez-vous bien. Bye bye.